What's up, people? Matty here in the black. Haven't talked to you guys in a while. It's been, I think, almost a month since I've posted something. Doing this video on my computer. I'm on my phone. Was expecting a phone call back. I didn't want to get interrupted. But anyways, sorry I haven't been said anything. Just been busy doing some other stuff. Holiday season's here. It's New Year's is like right around the corner. I mean, literally, New Year's is what, next Tuesday? Next Monday, New Year's Eve. Anyways, it's coming Monday. So the year is quickly coming in. 2018 is happening. So hope everyone's having a good holiday season. Enjoy themselves to the best of their ability. Hopefully my stuff has helped you out. Please let me know. And also, as always, let me know what you want to see. So this video is titled "Sins of the Mother." I don't know if you're familiar with saying "sins of the father." And without me having done any research, this may be an ignorant statement, but it's kind of like sins of the father, more people are familiar with, because it seems to be that, like, if the father has done things wrong, if you're the son, it seems to go with the men, that you're paying for his sins, his bad things, and all that stuff, call it karma, whatever the case may be. This, I want to call sins of the mother. I want to talk about this in this video because I had some revelation things be revealed to me from my dad the past couple of days and since Thanksgiving, and made me realize how much more, or how much an impact your parents have on you, and the things you're not aware of that you take on, and you're not consciously aware of it, like how they talk to each other, how they show affection, beyond the whole, beyond how they have an impact on your love life. They also have an effect on how you handle conflict and everything else. Now, here's where it's going with this. So let's go back to last month, around the same time of Thanksgiving. Now, I admit I am at fault for this and all that stuff. My sister and I got into an argument. It was the day after Thanksgiving. We're supposed to watch a movie, and she got on my case for using her soap. I didn't ask. We're at the beach house. Didn't ask, and I assumed it was there, and I've been drinking, and so I had some drinks in me. So she kept kind of getting on my case by saying, "Yo," because she talked to me in the room separately, saying, "Hey, there's soap here. You should ask me." Then she came out saying, "Matt, there's soap here. Next time you can just ask me and everything else." And I was like, "No, I want to have it." I was like, "Okay, we talked about this. Why are we gonna bring it out to my dad and stepmom?" I was like, "You done? Are you done? Are you done? Are you done?" And she kept goading. I kept goading. And then I was like, "Nah, you're acting just like mom." And she got angry, threw 3 bars of soap. I had said something. That set off everyone. My stepmom left. My dad got angry as hell and was yelling at us both, cussing. And I was like, "Listen, if you don't fucking get your act together, you're acting 13 at best. I'm going to kick you the fuck out. You cannot fuck," just seriously. And that was the end of the night. It was really a weird, awkward ending, and it screwed up because of me. That really bothered my father, I could tell. Really bothered him. Because I was like, well, she's my sister. She's younger than me. And I'm like, siblings argue. What's the big deal? About a month later, on the phone with my dad, my stepmom, and my dad was talking to me, and I'm really itchy for some reason. My dad was talking to me about this, and he mentioned to me that I didn't realize that got me to the point that we model parents' behavior as we're young, but we're not aware of it, and you won't be aware of it unless it's told to you, or by some chance you happen to sit back and think about how you argue and how you handle things how your parents do. So my dad was telling me how basically with him and my sister, that it bothered him a lot, and he's concerned because he's in his 60s. And the thought of him not having too many days left has come across it. He wants peace. And it bothers him that my sister and I were arguing, and it reminded him, because the way my sister and I argue, even though our mom isn't, parents are divorced, we're not around a mom. I haven't seen my mom. Dude, I said this whole year, 2018, I've seen my mom one time this year. Once. And it was by chance. Happened to be at the store, saw her there, and I've only seen her. I've talked through text, called her on the phone, and then I've video chat with her once. So I haven't seen my mom in this entire year. Even without her being present all the time and seeing her often and talking to her, when I found out that the way my sister and I argue, we argue around her mother, and I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? How does that make sense? My dad said the way my sister and I argue, We argue exactly like him and my mother did when they were together. And I sat there and went, oh shit. I had no idea that we had picked up on that growing up, because it's in your subconscious. Like, as you get older, your subconscious mind doesn't really ever let go. You become aware of things. But apparently, with my dad, the way my mother and I, the way him and my mother I argued, my sister and I do, I had no clue about this whatsoever at all. Like none at all. And I was like crazy to find it out, and it bothered him. And I remember we're in the car and he was trying not to cry because it bothered me too, and I was trying not to cry also because I was like, holy shit. It made me aware just how much of an impact my mother has had on all three of us, me, my sister, and my father, and how the impact's still there even though we're not around her, and how she's really like, and how it affects him. And he told me that his biggest regret is not having had a better relationship with my mother. And he said if him and her were on better terms, shit would be a lot different. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. If my mother just worked with them and just dealt with her hurt and pain and anger against them, life would be totally different for our family. I think a lot of things in my life with her, going to college, money, a whole bunch of stuff would have been smoother, just smoother. But it didn't happen that way, and it was just very interesting, and it's like, I was like, damn, like I didn't know I argue like that because my parents argued and we took it on. I do remember growing up, my parents would argue and they would like yell at each other and like almost scream and they're like, back it up, like I was like, oh shit. And now I can see with my sister and I, we can go from 0 to 100 really quick, yell at each other. My dad yells, my mom will yell. Like we pick the yelling up from them, and then now in relationships, when I get in an argument, my voice will start yelling and I get loud, and then like my girlfriend will be like, don't yell at me. And I'm like, what do you mean yell at you? I can't help it. Like it's really hard to just let go of that because it's ingrained in me and I want to do it, but it happens and it's like, and I sit there and go, fuck. So you could say, in a way, it's the sins of my mother that I'm paying for, play on words, just to play with the idea that. And I bring this also point up to that you don't hear about this very often in society at all. I bring this point up because I want it to be heard so people know, and just to be a voice and someone can relate to this, to the daughters and sons out there who've had a tough time with their mom's crappy, bitchy, whatever, and then people want to, rag on dads as if all dads are pieces of shit. And then people talk to you and say, well, it's your mom, it's your mom. Why would she love you? You should work it out. Blah, blah, blah. Your mom blows sunshine in her ass. Like, this is for you because you understand what it's like, especially if you're son of a mom watching this and you're like, yo, and everyone's like, your mom should be like number one. It's like, no, it's not the way it works all the time with everyone in the world. You do have their cases where the dad is actually a healthy person and the mother just isn't doing the best at what she can and everything else. And it sucks to grow up in a society that praises moms so much, gives dads little to no recognition, and should you speak against moms, because basically in the United States we live in the matriarchy. It's true. Look around how much stuff there's for women, how Mother's Day is celebrated on stuff, and how like moms are celebrated. Single moms are looked at as heroes. You don't hear about single dads or dads doing the damn thing or fathers being there. You rarely do. If it's talked about, it's like giving this much attention. That's it. But moms, oh my God, mom's shit, mama, and it's like, what about the people who have moms that are shitty, abusive, verbally, but molested by their moms? That's what's disgusting. Drugs, like there are moms out there like that you don't hear about, and it's not fair to us who've had a shitty time with their own mothers, and we don't get the voice and don't get to say anything, and yet should you speak against your mom? Oh, well, man, you should let it go. It's because that's your mom. You only get one. And all this other bullshit. It's like, bruh, you don't understand. Just because your mom was great does not mean that my mother is going to do the same shit. And my mother, and all of you have, and this is the problem with moms in society today. I feel like all moms are given this sense of entitlement. And I'll say this. Mothers go through totally different experience than fathers do. Childbirth and all that shit, wow, like it's crazy and they deserve all the credit. But then beyond that, it's like we're like she gave birth to you, you owe her. Like you're hanging over your head, like you're in debt, and it's like, well, one, whose decision was to bring me to this planet? Hers. Assuming, of course, it was planned and wasn't, she wasn't raped or anything. But other than that, it's like it wasn't my choice to come here, that was hers. And two, when a mother is not all there, got issues, and takes that on, she's God, as my mom does still to this day. And it's like, well, I can't believe I'm your mother, blah, blah, blah. And it's like they keep having to repeat that shit over and over and over and over and over. Like I get it, you're my mom. Shut the fuck up. Like, please stop telling me you're my mother. Like, stop it. You get to a point where they abuse it, and you just look at him like he's don't want to deal with it. Like, I'm tired of that shit. Like, I'm your mother. Yes, I know, I'm your son. What the fuck is your point? You're always my mom. You'll always be my mother. But you're not above me. I'm in my 30s. I'm at 5 where I could fear you because I feel like you were a god back then. Now it's like, okay, you're a human being like me. Stop. And that is really annoying. That's hard to deal with, man. When your mother thinks that she's like entitled to this shit, has issues, and then use the whole "I get birth to you" shit all the time. You get to the point where it's like I don't give a shit anymore because my father, for me in my case, never once has had to be like, "I'm your dad, you do shit." He's like, no, it's like I'm your father, but you're also your own person. Bing. Now my mother done that. If my mother had just been like, "Yo, I'm your mom, your own person, great, I love you," I'm like, great, my parents, because they always will be, and they'll always have that one up on me, like. That's just what it is. It's when they take that and just run with it and then you feel like that it keeps throwing your face where you go, stop, I get it, And they get mad because you're not respecting them in the way that they want to be, and you told them how you feel. Anger ensues, and you're sitting there trying to make it work, and it's just like, nah, I'm not trying to do it anymore. So, this video is a rant, I get it. If you're watching all the way through, I appreciate you. You were amazing for watching this all the way through. But it's one of those things where it's just like, how can moms do that? And my mother says impact, like it's crazy that, all the work I've done with myself, I've come a long way. There's still an effect from her on me that I want to just pull out. It's affecting my sister, on my father. It's crazy how parents have this huge effect, and people act like it's not. I'm not aware of it because you grow up mimicking them unconsciously, and you grow in your own person. And it has a huge imprint who you are. You are your own person. You can change what you want. You just gotta become aware of it and realize, oh shit, like it's not the easy thing to look yourself in the mirror with this and go, wow, I really really did it well, So my conclusion in all this, the point of this video, is that if you're a person out there who's had it with their mom and you're tired of society acting like moms are the shit, I hear you. And it's okay to speak out against and say, no, I'm not my mother. I'm not running with that. That doesn't apply to me, okay? Yes, your mom's great, but my mom wasn't in this case. So I'm going to have myself with her because I can, and that's what it is. I'm going to work through it. That's fine. And number two is the impact of your parents is huge. And whichever one that you've had the most trouble with, man, it's a motherfucker to work through. But when you do work through it, it feels good. But they have an impact in other ways that you may not be aware of. Like I found it from my father. I was like, what? We mean my sister and me argue like we're my parents and like we're my mother, even though we're not. It's crazy. 3, it's where I've been. I need to post regularly, guys. I need to make stuff for the new year. And then, you know what? I want suggestions on this. I have another video coming up. I'll do later on this week, or if not next week, on gift giving and how people, feel guilty about it, or resentment towards whoever they're giving their parent to, or who they're giving a gift to. Hopefully that makes sense. Basically, if you're buying a gift for a parent that you have issues with, you feel resentment or guiltiness or whatever, I'll do a video on that. But other than that, let me know what you want to think. Let me know what you want to see. I'll do it. I'm a life coach. I'll help you. I'll do coaching with you. As far as pricing goes, shoot me an email. Let's talk. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching this video all the way. Please like it, share it, and comment below. And also, don't forget, if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button and then notification button so you get notified every time I upload something new. Love y'all. Peace and Happy New Year and get in the black. Deuces.